You know, before YouTube fucked it all up, I had the greatest job in the world, opening for Hypnocast every night.
But then we got the call, and YouTube hammered us for Moxie's tits.
So now I'm jobless and broke with nowhere to go.
Your phone ringing.
Oh,
Your
the phone
ringing.
is ringing.
Big boy, come pick up your phone. How you know pick up your phone? Your phone.
Hello, this is the Gopher. Who is it?
Hello, Gopher. The time is now. Hypnocast Season 3 is here, and we want you back.
Holy shit, boys, we are back in business. That son of a bitch is gonna scream any minute now. Let the show begin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Probably all agree you can't cut 12-year-old Timmy's cock off.
Yeah. I like how you said cut for like half a second.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's cut and cock, and it came out cuck, and yeah, that's. Whoops! Oh fuck! Oh no! Mistakes were made.
He's been waiting in the shadows patiently.
I just smashed JT the fuck out of this.
Your face is turning red.
Yeah, because I know that the next SNH I'm gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah.
But at least I
with a horse cock.
That's an unknown part of the map, so I didn't see it yet. Could I survive if I jump? Nope. Nope. Nope.
America, the greatest country in the world?
Absolutely not.
If you were offered a one-way ticket to leave the country, never come back, but it's all expenses paid, would you accept that offer?
I don't think that I would leave. I wouldn't leave either.
Wow. Oh, I just took it. I did that. I took it with me. Oh shit.
Yo.
It's always the black people holding everybody else down.
Time out. All right. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Tired of this shit. This communist ass game, whatever. This doesn't want
Somebody else got it. You didn't get in.
Yeah, it's just a lot of racism today. All right, y'all have fun. I'll just continue to watch and cope and see.
Sounds good.
Hey, look at this motherfucker pretending he's gonna watch. He's gonna watch more Stranger Things.
Yeah, you know he's gonna watch Stranger Things all day. Either that or like some game or something.
Doesn't mean I don't have my phone next to me. You know?
Watching porn.
That's tomorrow. Okay, bye.
MILF Hunters Part 14.
Now, Hypno, I could have hit you with a shuriken. I opted not to because I'm a good friend.
That's fucked up, you liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You're a liar. I knew it. Never trust white people.
Thank you, and I would have done it. You could have said thank you, but you said like, yeah,
Because I knew you were gonna do it. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, bring it in close. Let's go. The chat's back. Look at the chat. The chat's back. Holy shit. That's got to make the hug extra special. Hug it out. Let's go. Bring it in. It's almost the end of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it in close. The chat is back. We got to hug it out. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. And listen very closely. If you are watching on YouTube, like the stream. Do it. Do it now. If you are watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you are watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you too would leave a fun Sonic stream to go watch Stranger Things, like Kata. So like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, guys? We got a Resident Evil showcase to look at today. That's going to be awesome. Resident Evil showcase to look at today. We also got Fatal Fury, brand new trailer that everybody's calling AI slop. They're calling it AI slop? Bro, they're calling everything AI slop these days, bro. Holy shit. Anyway, we're going to take a look at that and see if it's actually AI slop. But what else are we looking at, man? What are we checking today? New clips check? Well, that's been since yesterday. That's been, I've been showing this, I think the intro since yesterday. Yeah, pretty sure. Hassan shocked his dog again, check? Oh my God. Of course. Of course. Glad to hear that your voice is fully back. It's like 99 there, man. It's like, it's 99% there, but it's just is that little bit that's just being like, bro, let's stop already. You know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is. Brazilian empanadas check. Very nice. People still coping over AI check. Absolutely. Made it in the intro check. Nice, Dylan. Nice. Hot redheads that swing warhammers check. Holy shit. Coughing check. Chat visible check. I didn't see yesterday's live stream, so it's due to be check. What else? Playing DRG check. 83% check. Fearing is back tomorrow check. What else? We got Corvus Corax check. I fixed my broken air fryer check. Nice. Da Bears check. Very nice. Hypnotic Yu-Gi-Oh card. I would love a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I really would. All right, boys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are indeed fully funded, so like the stream. Do it. All right, boys, let's do the Big Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now, aside from former Kotaku Eurydice. Black samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point, but no longer do. And people that swear that they don't like watching me, but for some reason, it's kind of always is that way. You know, it's kind of weird. Skyfire, what's up, man? Freeman is back tomorrow. Very nice. We got OK Bro 1239. Got Mr. Melancholy wanting big booty Japanese goth girls. Nice. Voice of the Water. Christopher Lloyd. Deku Leader. Flip Shazam. Mystic Vegeta. Reaper Knight. Lucky Boy. Black Tailgate. Mr. Melancholy with the spicy Korean wings. Damn, that sounds good too, bro. Holy shit. You guys be eating really good. Good for you. Good for you, man. Limitless Andre. I just realized you changed the count for your life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I decided to do that. That way, it's easier to keep track of how many episodes there are in every season, right? So, like, now every time I reset my season for a Hypnocast every year, it'll be reset back down to 1 at the beginning of the season. I just felt like that made the most sense. But, you know, anyway. Blue Octopussy. What's up, Blue Octopussy? Hope you're feeling better. We got Mystic Vegeta, Joseph. I am Plaguenotic. We got Matthew saying Hero Priest. We got Nick Havoc, Frenchie07, 17 Crash Gaming, Deku Leader, Christopher Lloyd, Creepier07. Fully funded for a G-Wagon? Absolutely not. Commander Sonok, Marius, Melody Johnson, Black Tailgate, Dragatello, Beautiful, Zexel. What's up, man? King Joker, Magdi32, Tanya Raven saying, I am here. We got Ron DFK, The Voice in the Water, A Kickin' Donuts, Romanizer 24, Bugsy, what's going on, dude? Antran, what's going on, man? Rodoka, Genetic Explorer over on Rumble saying YouTube sucks. Damn, that's crazy. And then we got, let me scroll down, Ali Kusanagi. We got Daniel Barris Sports Highlights. There we go. Close enough. All right, 4 more people, man. 4 more people. We got Gray Soul over on Rumble. Shout out to Gray Soul over there on Rumble. We got Midnight Mike again. I had steak yesterday. Good for you, man. That's awesome. We got Hades. What's up, Hades? Sweaty Balls? Damn, that's crazy. 2K GameCuber, Alucard, Timebound Howler, Weenie for Sweetie, Angels of Destiny. And last but not least, we got Speedy Cake, Adam C, the guy Karamon. What's up, dude? How you doing? Zalosi, and Life Ferret on Rumble, and Omega Man 13. All right, boys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Big Army member, and let's see who's going to get this Thursday money shot today, ladies and gentlemen. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Let's see. Let's figure it out. Let's see. We got Mr. Melancholy saying booty hole protected by the power of Boa Hancock. No baby oil, no grifter, no Sneeko chair. Down by 8. Yujiro Hanma and Brokey will explode your back door. Wow. Okay. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draconic on Rumble. Booty hole protected. Made the money shot go to the lucky. Down by 7. Damn, bro. What is with this 7 shit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Romanizer denies it with a booty hole protected and goes down by 1.
Holy shit.
All right, bro. So first, hold on. Let me get this straight. I need to understand this. So first it was the fries. Am I right on that? First it was the fries. Now it's the burger. So you got the fries and you got God damn it. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious, bro? I think it's time to ban him. He said money meal. Oh my God, this guy said money meal. I now he just eats a shake. Bro, I swear to God, you get it one more time on some piece of food, you're getting banned. But in the meantime, congratulations, Matthew. You are the recipient again of the money shot.
What the?
This fucking guy, bro, I swear. I can't help but laugh, man. It's so ridiculous, bro. It's so ridiculous. All right, anyway. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. So we're going to be reacting to the Resident Evil showcase. It's about 13 minutes long. Not that long, thankfully. I thought it was going to be like a half an hour, but it's only about 13 minutes long. It's a brand new showcase that they had for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I'm very curious about it. I would like to check it out if you would like to check it out with me. So we're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at the new Fatal Fury trailer. Now, I'm not a Fatal Fury fan, at least not by any modern standard. And but the reason why I want to check this trailer out is because social media is blowing up right now in the gaming community, fighting game community, everything. Because apparently the trailer, according to a lot of people, they view it as AI slop. So I'm very curious to see this trailer and to see what is the big deal, right? I just want to check it out and see what's going on with this. Because I haven't heard anything really good, to be honest with you. So we're going to check that out. So we got 2 different trailers to check out. We also got some news on Hytale. We're going to talk about Hytale a little bit. We're going to talk about World of Warcraft Midnight, the beta, because there's something interesting that was added to the World of Warcraft Midnight beta that a lot of journalists are currently celebrating. And I just don't understand how you could possibly make a super casual game like WoW even easier. But, you know, Blizzard never ceases to amaze me. So we're gonna check out that and see what's going on with that. We're going to talk about Total Warhammer 40,000 and how successful it is currently being on Steam in terms of the amount of wish lists. You probably wouldn't even believe how many wish lists that game has. So we'll go over that. We even got some movie news, ladies and gentlemen, because yes, it is official. Something that's been rumored for I don't even know how fucking long. Every year we get a brand new rumor about Kathleen Kennedy, but it is official. After 14 years, Kathleen Kennedy is going to be stepping down, and she's going to be replaced by 2 different Disney executives. So they keep going with this whole like double-headed CEO bullshit, you know. But anyway, we're going to talk about that, see what's going on with that. And I got something really interesting that I want to kind of go over regarding Minecraft. I think it's a really interesting thing. Also, Disney has apparently delisted a bunch of games on Steam. We kind of have to go over that as well. And we got some funny videos to look at. No indie game showcase today because we have other games to react to that are going to take a long time. So let's just stick with that. But it's okay. It'll come back. It'll come back tomorrow. Don't worry about it. All right, boys. Before any of that, though, we got to get into the #1 segment on YouTube, the #1 segment on Rumble, #1 segment all around the galaxy. This segment is known none other than the pre-stream legends.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right, boys. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends where if we get lucky today, we will be able to hit 539 tier 1s in a row and 230 tier 2s in a row. That's right, boys. We're at almost 230 tier 2s in a row. One of the most unbelievable streaks on YouTube ever seen. It's absolutely insane. So shout out to you guys. Let's get into it. We got Mr. Melancholy starting us off with a 149 super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy. I appreciate that, dude. We had Midnight Mike beating out everybody on the 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to Midnight Mike. Shout out to Midnight Mike, my man. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger, being the first one to do it. I appreciate it, man. And then we got Lavistro with 22 months of legendary status. He says almost 2 years and I'm still not fired. Most good bosses would have fired me 21 months ago, 30 days, and 23 hours, 54 minutes ago. Just saying. Well, listen, man, you're not paid, so I can't fire you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, technically I could, but you know what I mean. Shout out to Lavistro. No, seriously, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. 22 months is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Look at this legend came back in the chat. Look at this guy, Dweezy. Says, what up, Hypno? I haven't tuned in much since I had my first kid 2 months ago. I've been getting him hip to your channel. Bro, shout out to you. Congratulations. Congrats on having your first kid, man. That's fucking awesome, dude. Dude, that is amazing. Forget my stream. It's way more important. Go hang out with him or her or whatever. No, seriously, shout out to you. Congratulations, dude. Welcome back, though. Appreciate you, man. And then Lavistro dropped out of nowhere a 10 membership mega.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Lavistro. Thank you so much for the 10 membership mega banger. I appreciate that, my man. Dweezy says it's a little boy. Nice, dude. Congratulations on the boy, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. I'm happy to see that, bro. Really, I am. Thank you again, Lavistro, for the 10. I appreciate that, dude. And then we got Mystic Vegeta with a 2. Says $2 for 2 callouts. Plus, I made you into a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Ooh, that sounds badass. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 2, by the way. Oh wait, so you're telling me you're gonna give me $1 for every time I call you out in the Bigot Army roll call? I'm gonna remember that. You might just get called out like 100 times. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't yell at me. Tanya Raven with a 5. What do you get when you cross a fish with a cat? I don't know, but here's $5. Yo, Tanya's funny, bro. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Vet Gamer with a 5. What's the best way to save your dad jokes in a database? No, I heard that's like one of the no. So there's lore with that. Okay, that's one of the first dad jokes that I've ever heard from ABF, from Alec Baldwin's finger. That is literally one of the first dad jokes I've ever heard. No, man. No. Damn it, Vet Gamer. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you for the 5. Odin Dark with a 2. What do you call this buddy shot? Oh, no, that's nasty, bro. No.
Holy shit.
I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. That's nasty. That's so nasty. Youper, with 21 months of legendary status, I'd rather be here than anywhere. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. That means a lot to me. The support from you guys are honestly amazing. And I love that. I don't care if I have a little bit of people hanging out with me or a lot of people hanging out with me. At the end of the day, you guys are awesome. I appreciate that, dude. And look at this legend, man. Adair Soto with a $20. He says, I'm so happy that she's gone, Kennedy, but the problem is the same people are going to continue the same garbage. Nothing has changed. Well, one thing did change. They're bringing back the original characters in Park, removing the trilogies. Oh, interesting. So, I mean, that's the smart way to go, to bring back the original OG characters from Star Wars and stop relying on fucking Rey and Kylo Ren and all that. You know what I mean? Like, bring back the OGs people want to see. Bring back Luke, bring back Darth Vader. You know what I mean? So that's cool. That's a good thing for people that go to the parks. But they need to solve the entertainment aspect of it, not just the parks. Disney's making their money on the parks. Granted, it's less than what they were before, but they're still making money on the parks. They need to fix their entertainment. That's what they need to fix. So, but anyway, thank you, Adair Soto, for the 20, man. We're going to get into it in a second. Skyfire with a 5. Something, something, turkey. Something, something. Always got to be about that turkey. I appreciate that. Thank you, Skyfire. Black RX99 for 4 months of legendary status. Also, I'm here. Let's just hope this fucking showcase don't disappoint me. Hope you feel better. Hypno fast. Also, Henshin HNY 2026. Let's fucking go. I feel fine. It's just that's that little bit of like, you know, when you get over being sick, but there's just that like 1% that's being really annoying that won't go away. That's where I'm at right now. But I'm fine other than that. Thank you, bro. Adair Soto would have fine because I know the original makes more money than trilogies. F you, Disney. Oh, of course it does. Everybody knows that. Especially when it comes to established characters that people actually care about. Mr. Melancholy would have fine. It doesn't matter. Kennedy has done her damage and Star Wars is still owned by Disney. That is true. And we're going to get into that in a second because I don't even know who the two replacements are. I don't even know if they announced it. So we'll see. And then over on Rumble, who do we got on Rumble, man? We got Draconic with the membership over on Rumble, always holding it down, bro. I swear. Draconic, legitimately always holding it down on Rumble. There's always like every day, bro. I appreciate that. Grade 851 for $1. Hypno Pumpkin. Oh, sorry. Hypno October Pumpkin. November Turkey. December Santa's Belly. January nothing. Hypno hates the Chinese. Nothing for Lunar New Year's. Year of the Fire Horse. Bro, I figured that would give us a break from not having to touch something specific for the month. It's January, bro. January is the slowest month, of all time. But I appreciate it, bro. That's funny. Genetic Explorer with $1. Why does Mexico's Olympic team suck? It's because all the ones that can run, jump, or swim are over here. Oh my God, bro. Shout out to Genetic Sport. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then back on YouTube, we got Ron DFK with a 2, had a break-in. They stole my lamps. I'm delighted. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? China becomes a member. All on their own. Thank you, China. I appreciate that. Legendary. Big and Army Soldier. Thank you so much. And then Black RX99, final super chat for a 2. And for the love of God, cancel Disney Plus. I tried to sound like Wizard there. It didn't work. I'm not white enough for that. But I tried. All right, shout out to Black RX99. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for the amazing pre-stream legend support. I appreciate it. And like I said, we're working towards trying to get 539 tier 1s in a row and 230 tier 2s in a row. So we'll try our best. We'll get there somehow. Flip Shazam with a 2. Now I'm touching the fire horse. Oh, my God. You guys are going to make me make something for January. You're making me feel bad now. Setsuda Shadow with a 2. Leave Loki alone with the horsing around. Loki was such a massive disappointment. So I ended up watching WandaVision, was super into WandaVision at the beginning, and then it just completely derailed to the point where I was like, this is fucking gay. And then I gave them one more chance with Loki, where I watched a little bit of Loki, and it started off okay, but then it just like completely derailed. And I'm like, bro, you guys seriously can't go to the finish line, huh? Is that the case with Marvel writing? You can't go to the finish line, just fuck it up. It just annoyed the shit out of me so much. Anyway, I thought Hypno got no time for shows. That's when I was watching shows. You got to remember how long ago WandaVision came out, bro. Remember, I was reviewing TV shows at the time because it was something that was interesting to me at the time, and I thought that people would like it, and people did like it. But eventually, I was just like, you know what? I can't keep watching bad TV shows. I just can't. I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to review it. People wanted me to review it. There was a lot of people who subscribed to me at the time. They were like, hey, review this, review that. I just couldn't do it. I could not do it, bro. When did WandaVision come out? WandaVision came out. Bro, WandaVision came out in 2021, bro. Came out in 2021. Crazy. All right, let's move on. We got Mr. Spanglish with a massive $9.99 says, I'm now the new writer for Disney Star Wars. Somehow Anakin wakes up in a pool of sweat. What a nightmare. I dreamt my grandson kissed a female who was untrained with the Force. Bro, if only that was possible. If only that was possible. Limitless Andre said, did you watch Velma? I did watch Velma. Season 1. I did review season 1. And that was my final straw. That's when I stopped reviewing TV shows, was after Velma. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I tried to do like the Proud Family or whatever it was after the fact. I was like, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't, bro. I rather go like off myself. Sincerely, it was terrible, fucking awful. Anyway, where are we at? One more. We got Odin Dark with a 2. A sub sandwich is in the water. It's a submarine. You know. Nope, that wasn't loud enough. There we go. There we go. Jesus Christ, Odin Dark. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, we're caught up everywhere. God damn, bro, they are coming in. China with a 2. Daredevil TV show was the shit. Didn't see the reboot. Oh, you're talking. Okay, you're talking about Netflix original. Yeah, Netflix original was pretty cool. The reboot, I don't know. It was not exactly something I wanted to see. I was checked out at that point already. All right, boys, let's get to the content, man. Shout out to you guys for the amazing support. I appreciate it. I will catch up on supers throughout the show. I'm going to try to catch up on supers throughout the show as they come in because I don't want them to linger too long. That way we are always caught up. And if somebody says something super relevant at the time, I don't want them to miss out on that opportunity. So we're going to start doing that from now on. So thank you guys again for your support. All right, first off, we're going to start off with a funny video. We can all use a funny video. I saw this over on social media where apparently this guy made it rain cats and dogs in Fallout 4. And the result was interesting to say the least. I'll just leave it at that. Here we go.
Oh boy, I hope it doesn't rain today. Oh my! This is horrible! This is the worst thing I've ever made!
What the fuck did I tune into?
I'm scarred for life! Why was that so violent?
Well, because it's raining cats and dogs. Look at this. Look at this fucking, this poor cat is in the air trying to catch their, and the funny thing is they're like actually bouncing. Look at this. They're bouncing off the ground. That's crazy. The physics are insane, bro. The cats especially. The cats seem to be bouncing more than the dogs. I guess the dogs are too heavy. I don't know. Holy shit. Asmongold's neighborhood, bro. Yeah, that's hard. It's horrible. This is horrible, but it is funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like funny in a horrible way. Anyway, all right, let's X that out really quick. Fast topic. So I'm not exactly sure of the reason, but I wanted to share it for those of you that might be curious because you guys know I try to cover like certain games that get delisted from Steam. But if you look here, Steam has delisted a bunch of Disney games. And I'm not sure why that is. I gotta imagine maybe it's some licensing thing, or I really don't know. But the following games they delisted was Phineas and Ferb New Inventions, Disney's Hercules action game, Stunt Island Afterlife, Disney's Cars Classics, Cars Radiator Springs Adventures, Disney Toy Story Pack, Toy Story Mania, Disney Winnie the Pooh, Disney Flight and Racing, Disney Planes, Armed and Dangerous, Chicken Little Ace in Action, and Finding Nemo. It's interesting. I mean, this is not any games that I have played personally. I don't know if they're like, simple bullshit games, but I just find it interesting why they decided to do that. China for a 2. Are you sure that's not Bethesda shining brightly? Listen, if somebody showed me that clip and said that was a bug in Fallout, I got to be honest with you. If I didn't know any better, I would agree with it. Due to the reputation of Bethesda, I would say that I would agree with that. So, as much as that's a joke, it's really not a joke. Vet Gamer with a 5. What amazes me, modders know how to get more out of the creation kit than Bethesda. Dude, it's because you have modders who are passionate about modding, right? The developers behind games like Fallout or even like Elder Scrolls, they do invest a lot of time in making these games, but once the games are done, it kind of just like, I feel like that passion kind of goes away, whereas the modders pick up the slack and pick up the passion and they continue it in light of the developers not having it anymore. At least that's how I see it anyway. Modders have, and to be fair, when you're an enthusiast of something, you're probably gonna know more or do more in that field of enthusiasm than whoever is a hired professional in it, if that makes sense, right? So I feel like if you're a modding enthusiast, then you're gonna go so hard on it and you're gonna dedicate yourself to it that most of these developers that they just do this for a job probably can't keep up with your work ethic or your level of passion or whatever. So that's just how I see it. But modders have, and again, I don't mod my games. I've said that many times over. I don't mod my games, but the truth is that I can acknowledge just how much modders actually do for gaming in a positive sense. Obviously, you have all the crazy shit that comes with it, of course, right? You have all the Gooner mods, you have all the nude mods, you have all that shit. But like, I'm talking about like modders fixing video games that developers cannot or will not fix. You have modders adding content, dozens of hours of content, sometimes hundreds of hours of content, and most of the time not charging anything for it. You have so much, like, there is so much that modders do for the video game space. It is unbelievable. So even though I don't use mods, I can always respect what they do and what they bring. So, but thank you, Vet Gamer. Then we have Alucard with it too. You say you want the money shot? Come on, bro. Thank you, Alucard. I appreciate that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so these games got delisted from Steam. Not exactly sure why that is. Trying to see if there's any mention of it. The allowance of publishers to delist their games creates the market. You know, somebody in the chat mentioned, I think it was Melodic Method. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I know I saw it in the chat, but the chat was moving. That chances are Disney might open up their own store. I don't know if I believe that, bro. To be honest with you, I just don't think Disney wants that level of smoke. I just don't. I don't think Disney wants that level of smoke. On the PC platform anyway, I don't think that they even remotely believe that they can convince people to buy games on their platform instead of Steam. They would have to offer some major discounts that are exclusive to their platform to even entice people to go buy it if they did something like that. But even then, I don't think it's going to like be able to do it. I just don't. I think they need to focus. Hold on. Fucking coughed. Jesus Christ. Every time I think I'm over it, I'm not. I just don't think they I don't think that they would be able to convince people. And also too, I think that their money, however much money they have left, needs to be invested in things that they know that they need to work on. Why would you open up a digital retailer store if you are struggling in almost every aspect of your business outside of your own personally owned real estate? Because keep in mind, Disney owns real estate. Disney owns a lot of real estate, and they have a lot of passive income from the amount of real estate that they own. But they also make good money on their parks. Now, granted, they're not making as much as they used to for a multitude of reasons, but they're still making a lot of money on their parks because what they charge for their parks is fucking disgusting. And people pay it. That's really what it is. People pay it. You know, families, they have kids that say, I want to go to Disneyland. The kids don't know any better. The parents don't want to tell their kids no. And so they go and they shell out thousands upon thousands of fucking dollars to go to Disneyland. You know, and that's really what it is. So they make a lot of money from that too. So that's their two main avenues of income. And then their entertainment sector, how much did they lose? Like $1 billion, $2 billion last year, I think they said, or the year before that in 24. I don't remember what they did in 25. I don't think they announced it yet. But they lost a lot of money. So I think they recovered a little bit for a couple of movies that released last year. But other than that, they definitely lost a lot of money in 24. So they need to fix other things. They have to fix other things before they worry about competing with somebody else. You can't even, bro, you're getting felted in every other avenue. Why would you bother? You know, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway. Okay, then we got Alucard. You say you want good Star Wars? Bro, he keeps singing with a fucking new Blackstreet song. You say you want good Star Wars? You gotta fuck for it. Fucking Alucard, bro. I swear to God, Alucard, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't forget Disney adults. That's true, Scrap Gamer. That's true. Disney adults are no different than Nintendo adults, right? Nintendo adults grew up on the product, super nostalgic about it. They could be broke as fuck, but they will find money to buy the latest Nintendo product. Same thing with Disney adults. Disney adults, they love going to Disney to relive their childhood because now they have adult money and they don't care how much they got to blow to relive it. They will. It's just what it is, man. You gotta acknowledge that to be the truth, you know? All right, one thing I really want to show you that is extremely impressive. I mean, I cannot even believe, okay? I cannot believe what I'm looking at. I really can't. But guys, a YouTuber by the name of MindFact, okay? And I don't know this YouTuber. I only found it over on X, so that way you guys understand. But bro, this dude, okay, spent 5 years doing this, and he successfully recreated almost like I think it is like a 1-to-1 scale. He successfully recreated the entirety of New York City, bro. Guys, with all due respect, oh my God, with all due respect, oh my God, like this is fucking insanity. I can't. I have to, dude. I have to give a level of respect to this. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Dude, look at this. They literally. Oh my God, bro! When it's zoomed out, it looks like the actual city. You thought you had no life, bro. This again. So we were just talking about modders, right? But there is a whole like you cannot defeat the passion that some people have, dude. You cannot defeat the passion that some people have. This is an insane level of passion. I think he has a video on it. Actually, I'm curious. Let's check this out. Hold on, we're gonna sidebar real quick. Let's check this out. Hold on, put the volume up.
For the past 1,000 days, my team and I have been recreating New York City into Minecraft at a 1-to-1 scale. Now, after 5 years, we built more than 50,000 buildings and already fully finished a huge amount of districts in Manhattan. Every single building is being recreated from real life with insane amount of precision, details and secrets for you to explore with your friends, all in a massive world spanning across 700 square kilometers. Today, we're exploring...
Bro, 700 square kilometers? Oh my God, dude. What the fuck? Guys, again, remember how we covered that story of the kid who was making that Counter-Strike map modeled after his school, right? And he ended up getting expelled. And I was like, I don't know if that's the right thing to do, because I feel like you should be looking at this kid who just modeled an entire school almost one for one. There's an extreme level of skill that comes with that, and the level of passion that comes with that. Kind of the same thing here, dude. It's like these people, the amount of passion and dedication that it takes to do something like this is unbelievable. It really is. I can't even comprehend this shit.
What's been built by the team over the past 5 years. Many sleepless nights and hundreds of hours went into this video alone. Get ready for the most extreme progress update on this channel so far. So, lean back, take a coffee, and enjoy a tour through the history of building New York City in Minecraft.
They're not even done with it. That's the crazy thing. They have other progression. Let's just take I want to do a fly. Bro, look at this shit. Where is this? I want to do a flyby. Really quick. I want to do a flyby. Then we'll move on.
5 years. That's quite a lot of time. Basically, it all started in 2020 when the entire world shut down.
You see, like COVID changed so many things. It's crazy. Everybody was stuck in their house, so people started doing a whole bunch of things.
Still remember when suddenly from one day to another, all of us were stuck at home with nothing to do? As bad as this pandemic was, Build the Earth probably wouldn't exist without it. That's when a YouTuber named PipMFTS dropped a video that changed everything.
One day, a 1-to-1 scale model of the Earth with all our human-made structures will be completed. But I don't want to stand alone in this project. That's why I'm calling for all Minecrafters around the world, skilled builders and organizations, to join in on this effort. Start their own planet Earth map, pick a large city or territory of their own, and work on creating it 1-to-1 scale, just as it stands today.
And
Bro, what? They're trying to recreate the entire planet in a one-to-one. Bro, these are like the Minecraft Avengers. What the fuck is going on here?
yeah, so we did. Our team chose New York City. Afterwards, we prepared everything needed to start something as insane as this. How we pulled it off and all the technical challenges along the way would take a full video on its own. For now, let's just say somehow we managed to get started. The first area that everyone wanted to work on was the World Trade Center district, for obvious reasons. We all were hyped, but there was one issue. None of us had much building experience, especially not for this kind of building. Recreating an entire city at a 1-to-1 scale was never really attempted before, and there were no tutorials or guidelines online that you could just watch and learn from. So we just started and had huge building sessions every day with 50 to 80 builders working on one area at the same time. It was complete chaos, but also super fun to make that much progress in just a few hours. The learning curve was brutal, and we made so many mistakes. Honestly, most of that early work doesn't even exist anymore. We've already rebuilt most of it multiple times. For example, here's what it looks like in 2020, and here's the version from 2024. See the difference?
What a difference.
Over the years, we realized how much details matter. Like, when a random guy from New York City logs in and finds his flower pot on his balcony, exactly where it is in real life, that's when you know it's worth it. Their reactions are always priceless. Okay, so here's
bro, honestly, this shit is insane. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm mind blown. I'm legitimately, I'm not kidding. I am mind blown at this. Like I knew this stuff existed. I remember seeing a bunch of Minecraft videos of people recreating all kinds of shit, right? Usually fantasy oriented things. Like I know there was a guy that recreated Middle Earth. I'm pretty sure that there was a guy that recreated a bunch of locations from Lord of the Rings. But this is a whole nother level. You're talking about a massive fucking city and the detail that it takes to do it. Bro, I'm just blown away. I'm gonna link this in the chat right now for you guys to check it out. If you want to see the entire build, you're more than welcome to. I'm gonna watch that later tonight, actually, while I'm editing. I'm gonna watch that later tonight. So that is so cool. That is so fucking cool. All right. Let's X out this and okay, let's talk about Kathleen Kennedy Disney real quick, and then we're gonna get into the other topics. So we have Kathleen Kennedy. All right, so this one, at first I wasn't even gonna report on it because I thought it was fake again. You guys know, like multiple times a year, how many times have we gotten multiple fake Kathleen Kennedy's leaving, Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired, Kathleen Kennedy, whatever. Like we get it all the time, right? But now it's real. Now it's actually real, right? Kathleen Kennedy will step down after 14 years at Lucasfilm and be replaced by 2 Disney executives. Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni and President and General Manager Lin-Wen Brennan will jointly lead the studio behind Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Filoni's promotion was widely expected, but Brennan's elevation comes at a surprise, signaling Disney's desire to pair creative leadership with tighter financial oversight. So they openly admit that money's getting tight, number one. They openly admit that these are obviously struggling franchises. There's no reason why these 2 franchises should ever be struggling. These franchises used to print money. And they try to say, well, people outgrew Star Wars and Indiana Jones. That's not fucking true at all, bro. Because even the people that got older, they grew up on these franchises. You mean to tell me the parents weren't excited to show their kids something they grew up with? Of course, they're going to try to get their kids into Star Wars. Of course, they're going to try to get their kids into Indiana Jones or whatever older content. Of course they are. That's such bullshit. That's a massive lie. Yeah, it's the biggest lie ever, dude. I'm like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. But that's what they tried to do at first. They tried to say people outgrew Star Wars and that the younger crowd was not into it anymore. Well, the younger crowd's not into it anymore because you guys weren't giving them what they wanted. You made Star Wars, which is inherently a majority male dominated franchise, and this has been openly admitted, by the way, by Kathleen Kennedy. She can wear the Force is female on her shirt all she wants, but in an interview, she openly admitted that it is heavily dominated by males. So you decided to take Star Wars and started creating content that was tailored towards women for a franchise that is heavily tailored towards men. That makes no sense. Zero fucking sense whatsoever, right? So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to pivot. I really don't at this point. And like I said, guys, I am, in terms of movies and TV shows, I am majority checked out. Like, for the most part, there might be one movie that I'll see every now and then, and it has to be like something interesting, you know, like Deadpool, Wolverine. And even then, it's like I had to drag myself to the theater. Otherwise, I just don't fucking care. I rather just focus on my video games and my my manga personally. But anyway, so what I will talk about though is the double CEO, double whatever, you know, thing that a lot of these studios are doing, right? These studios, I find it so interesting how they're all doing the duo leader route now. There is no one singular CEO anymore. There is no one singular like head of studio anymore. Now it's always being split amongst two people, and a lot of different companies are doing this. Very interesting as to why that may be. It could be a financial thing. It could be, you know, I don't know. They don't want all the power to be in one hand kind of a thing. I really don't know. Hold on. We got a couple of super chats. You want Alucard to stop singing? You got to fuck for it. Bro, is this going to be a thing? Bro, New Blackstreet is going to think that I stole their fucking song and I haven't even used their song, bro. God damn. Thank you, Super Signotic. Darren Soto with a 5. And you know, one of them I don't like Hypno is Dave Baloney. He was the one who greenlit the Star Wars The Acolyte script. Yeah, listen, Filoni, people have a lot of issues with Filoni. That's fine. I get it. I'll tell you this. So with Kathleen Kennedy, if you think that anybody replacing her is not somebody that was directly trained and groomed by her, you have another thing coming, okay? Kathleen Kennedy is ensuring her succession through Dave Filoni and whoever this other person is, Lin-Win Brennan or whatever. Guaranteed, she trained them, and they are just going to be male versions of her. Or is Lyndon a girl? I don't even know, but I think it's a guy. Regardless, it's just going to be another mimicked version of Kathleen Kennedy. Could it be worse? Could it be better? Sure, who knows? But ultimately, if I don't start seeing Star Wars start to pivot to something a little bit more tailored to what it was before, then there's really no interest for me to go back. You know, and even if they did, I just don't care, bro. I don't care about Disney. I don't care about any of that shit anymore. I tried to. I really did. I really did love Disney. I really did love a lot of the IPs that they own. But unfortunately, they took a lot of the IPs and they ruined them for me. So after a while, it's like, you know, I'm checked out. I'm just completely checked out. Like when I say I'm checked out of something, I'm checked out. Like that's it. I'm done. Like I'm not. It is what it is. There's so much content in the world out there for me to worry about going back to some fuck. Like I'm good. I'm good. But anyway, we got Tiger King with a 1-9. Despise Star Wars. It has always sucked. Bro, Tiger King is never happy about anything. I swear to God. What makes Tiger King happy? That's what I want to know. Tiger King, what are you talking about? Star Wars always sucked. You're killing me here, man. You're killing me here, Tiger King. Fuck. Listen, my goal in life for 2026 is to find something that makes Tiger King happy. I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm going to figure it out. We're all going to figure it out together. That's all I know. And in terms of Rumble, nothing on Rumble. Okay, we're caught up. All right, let's move on. So, yeah, so people have, oh my God, people have have you ever heard Dave Filoni speak? Have you ever heard, have you ever, I'm Chinese, we get into that crap? Oh, that's why. You're Chinese, bro. Your standards are like fucking through the roof. If you don't get an A+++, you're disowning your child. That makes sense. All right. So I can't make you. I can't find anything that's gonna make you happy. It's fine. No, but yeah. So have you ever heard Dave Filoni talk? It is awful, bro. It is awful. We're talking like, I feel like Kathleen Kennedy speaks more like a man than Dave Filoni. As scary as that may sound, it's kind of insane. China says for it too. Kathleen Kennedy's so fat. Jabba the Hutt said, "Damn, that's crazy." So people's reaction to this is to be, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Look at this reaction to Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilms. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. You guys are so extreme. No more of her. Put a chick in it and make her lame. I think that this right here is probably Kathleen Kennedy's best legacy. The fact that she made it into Star Wars and became Cartman is unbelievable. Sincerely, I think this is an amazing legacy. I wish I could get into a oh my God, I was gonna say Star Wars episode. I wish I could get into a South Park episode. That would be cool. This is her memorial. Yeah, I know. It's crazy shit, man. That's awesome. Thank God she fucked it all up. No reason to believe anything will change. That's where I'm at. I have no reason to believe anything will change. Obviously, I will look at it from an outsider looking in. Moving on, if there's anything interesting that actually comes up. But yeah, I don't think anything's going to change. 14 years later, and the fix is 2 bosses, 1 for the vibes and 1 for spreadsheets. Filoni makes sense, but the creative plus financial oversight phrasing feels loud. Are we getting better stories or just safer ones? You're going to be getting both, maybe. We'll see. I think you're going to be getting safer ones. I think they're going to be going the route of like Deadpool Wolverine, where they're going to go with the surefire thing. And I think that there will be people that will buy that. I don't know if they're going to get everybody back. I think that's impossible. But they definitely are going to go with the more safer stories, things that they know people are going to buy. Or they might even start doing prequels with characters that people know and love, you know, if they haven't already done that already. But that's what I think it's going to do. Safer stories, saved inside too, though. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's possible. Again, I don't think, that's why I said you're going to get both, right? Because if they play it safer, that means they're less likely to put stupid shit in it, which means it could end up overall being a better story or a better movie or a better TV show, whatever. You have a decent chance of it being better. The less bullshit that's in it, the more bullshit that's in it, the less chance it's probably going to be better. Right? This also goes for their video games too. So that's it. Filoni had a lot to do with the recent failures. Well, that's why I say I don't really think much is going to change here. I think that they are hurting for money from the entertainment standpoint anyway. I think they're hurting for money. Or I think that at this point they've agreed that it's time to make a little bit of a change. And it's not going to be the end goal that's going to change. It's going to be the approach. I think the approach is going to change. So the approach that Dave Filoni has, the approach that this other person has, I think that's going to change. But ultimately, I think you're just going to land in the same boat. That's what I think is going to happen here. So anyway, we'll follow up with this as we learn more stuff. But again, as of I can't. This is crazy. As of right now, Kathleen Kennedy is officially leaving Lucasfilm. It is not false. It is not fake. It is not it's not a troll. It's not bait. She's actually leaving, and people are celebrating it, which I'm not surprised. So, all right, let's X out of this. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I have a bunch of fast topics. I have the Warhammer, the Warcraft one. I have the Hytale one. But what I want to do is I want to react to one of the games that we're going to be reacting to today. So I think what I could do is I could react to the Fatal Fury one because that's shorter. And then I could do the other fast topics, and then we could get and spend the rest of the night hanging out with Resident Evil and seeing what that's about. Deadeye's Log for $1 says KK may promote the Force as female. Too bad the female Force couldn't one up the success of female AI Force. That is true. That is true. And the Force is so female that they didn't even show up to support the female shows. This is crazy shit. So let's take a look at Fatal Fury and kind of go from there. So Fatal Fury Season 2 has been announced, okay? And people are melting down over this trailer. And just like just to preface this, like in terms of modern day fighting games, I'm really not into too many of them. The last one that I really played extensively was probably Dragon Ball FighterZ, most likely, if I had to think, and maybe a little bit of Street Fighter. But that's really it. Fatal Fury, I have Fatal Fury, haven't played it. I do plan to check it out at some point, but again, it's all about time. So Fatal Fury, this particular game is getting attacked right now all over social media. And we're going to go over an article talking about it as well, because they're accusing this trailer of being majority AI slop. Now, my issue with this is that they call anything AI slop these days. They call anything AI slop these days, right? So I want to look at this trailer with you guys, and I want you to give me your genuine opinion. Do you think this is AI slop, or do you not? I haven't seen it yet. So let's check it out. Here we go.
The prophecy foretold that when the eclipse came, Legends will emerge from the
That's the right
darkness to rule the city of wolves and bring even more fury to Southtown. Kim Jae-hoon returns to defend his family honor. Nightmare Geese rises from the dead. Blue Mary brings justice to Southtown. And Wolfgang hunts for new worthy opponents. But two shadows remain unseen, waiting to reveal themselves. Experience the fighting game of the year with the first ever monthly character drops, the highest prized fighting game tournament, and all new balance updates. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
All right, so I don't know about this one. T-Jab says we are 118 away from tier 1. Thank you, T-Jab. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. So I don't know about this one. You know
Clips
what?
Came.
You know what? Hold on. This is the season 2 announcement. Let's go check out the season 1 announcement. Fatal Fury season 1 announcement. Let's see if it looks similar. Let's see. I'm curious. Hold on. Where can I is there a season 1 announcement? What the fuck? City of Wolves official. I don't find it. Season 1 pass announcement trailer? Let's check this. Let's see if there's anything here. Hold on.
Andy Boga.
Nah, there's nothing here. I thought maybe they'll have some cinematics or something here. Okay. I was hoping to have a little bit of a reference to see if they've done something like this before, but it's hard to see. Okay, fuck that. All right, let's go back. So let's go back to that trailer and see. Hold on. So I mean, there's like, listen, I think people are obviously talking about the cinematics, right? They're talking about the cinematics. They're not talking about the gameplay. They're talking about the cinematics. And I gotta be honest with you, I just don't think it is. I don't think it is. Like, I think people were really calling out the wolves in this shot right here. Let me see.
And bring even more fury to South.
Like, people are saying this was AI. I don't know. It's a tough call because here's what I'll say. Cinematics have always been so realistic that it's really hard to tell. Oh, people were really saying this was AI. Hold on. The punch through the thing here. Let me see. I'm trying to see if he has like 10 fingers, you know? But, you know, here's what I'll say, man. For the people that are screaming AI, are you saying that this is a bad trailer because you think it's AI? Or are you saying that it's a bad trailer because it's a bad trailer? Because I feel like this is a pretty decent trailer. So for me, it's like, I don't give a fuck if it's AI, as long as the gameplay is legit that they're showing, and the cinematics are, it's like, what do I fucking care? Like, I don't know. I feel like this trailer was pretty good. It was edited well, good music. It had the vibe of it. People thought this was AI too. I remember. Yeah, people thought this was AI. Shit, I'm trying to freeze it. Geese Howard. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really think that people are overblowing this. I think there is. I don't know how the fighting game community feels about AI. If they are, you know, if they hate it like the journalists do, I really don't know. Yamato says, I have a friend who likes Fatal Fury already saying this game is ruined because of this. See, but that's crazy though. Like, how is the game ruined because of this? How is the game ruined because the trailer may or may not have AI cinematics in it? Like, what the gameplay is still the gameplay. The game itself is still the game. Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know? That's crazy shit, bro. That's so like dramatic. That's so dramatic, bro. I don't know. Anyway, let me lower the volume so we could just watch this. Yeah, I mean, obviously this stuff is edited. They did all the edits themselves with this. I gotta imagine it's not like, yeah, like the gameplay is real. Okay, this could be AI. This is the only thing that I saw that screamed potentially AI to me. Potentially. And it's because it's such a basic, what do you call it? A basic shot. She's just breathing, like just literally standing still, looking. This looks like something that I could make out of VO3, to be honest with you. You know, but they obviously edited everything else with her name and everything like that. So I don't know. Again, I think it is. Yeah, I think AI is definitely stigmatized. AI derangement syndrome. Yeah, I agree. I agree. For me, I don't fucking care, bro. As long as the content is, and I gotta be real with you, if this is AI, this shit looks good. Like from a graphical perspective, if this is AI, this is really impressive visuals in terms of detail and everything like that. Like there was no mistakes. I don't see any like 3 eyeballs or something. You know? I don't see any of that shit. Even the wolves. I don't see any mistakes. It looks pretty good. So I feel like if you're going to have a problem with AI, this would not be the trailer that you would want to use to have a problem. Because there's nothing here that's a problem from what I could see. Again, I could take another look. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, she got 5 fingers. Like I gotta make sure. I don't see what's wrong here. You have AI fatigue. I think a lot of people have AI fatigue. It's so performative. It really is performative. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is check out the article by those who are performative. We're gonna check out an article from PC Gamer going over this stuff and see what they have to say about it. What's their take on it? Fatal Fury fans accused new City of Wolves trailer of being filled with AI slop. And they said, all that Saudi money, and you can't pay someone a couple of bucks to make real shit. Now, one thing I will say is that I believe the fighting game community, and again, I can't speak for them, but I believe they're pretty upset over the Saudi investment that happened recently with like Fatal Fury City of Wolves. They're very upset over it. So that might be kind of leading into this a little bit. They might be combining two issues together as an overall hate train on it. But it says SNK dropped the trailer for season 2 to kick off January 22nd, I guess, season. And an awful lot of fans aren't happy about it. The problem is the second season of the character DLC, but the trailer promoting it, which many of them think is laden with AI-generated content. Comments on YouTube accusing the trailer being made with AI began flowing almost immediately after it was posted. Some called out specific characters look AI-generated. Quite a few others made the point that SNK is backed by serious money now and should it be looking to cut corners with generative AI. Yeah, but like, where's the proof that people have? That's what I want to see. They expressed disappointment not just with the presence of AI. Yeah, but how can you say there's a presence of AI with no, like, you don't actually know if there is, but also in the way it's overshadowed with what looks like a very solid season that will see 6 new characters added. One now former SNK Fatal Fury Discord moderator stepped down because of the trailer, writing, "I'm thankful for what you guys did for us and all, but this is too much for me to deal with. This is against what I stand for." Whoa, wait, what? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Spicy sauce. I was an SNK moderator for 6 years and an official City of the Wolves Discord for a year. This trailer made me step down for all those years. I can't promote a product that I don't support. Wait, what? They said, okay, I'm sorry, but I'm stepping down after this trailer. I'm thankful for what you guys did for us and all, but this is too much for me to deal with. This is against what I stand for. I knew none of this done by agency or dev team, but if the marketing side of the company wanted to go this route, this is the station I want to be out. Take care of yourselves. I enjoyed my 9 months with you all. What? You know, I gotta be real with you. This is so performative, bro. This is crazy because So you're quitting being a moderator. And again, I don't know if you're a paid moderator, but you're quitting being a moderator for something that you don't even 100% know if it's true or not. I can understand if SNK came out, which I don't know if they did. We're going to keep reading. But if SNK came out and said, okay, well, yeah, we did use AI in the trailer. All right, you want to go virtue signal, go virtue signal. It's fine. But otherwise, like, if you don't know if it actually happened, then why the fuck are you leaving? Why don't you voice your concerns and try to get a response from the developers? I don't know. All of this is nominally speculative. SNK hasn't come out and copped to using generative AI or have any little tiny made with generative AI labels been spotted anywhere. I'm not great at picking out Gen AI content from trailers to say that the eyes are the first to go, but I'm inclined to believe when this many people this quickly and confidently are calling out the presence of AI-looking content, you have to think it's pretty likely that something is up, right? No. You know how many times there's a mass amount of people that call out shit online and they're wrong? Happens all the time. This whole thing about like, oh, so many people are saying it, so it must be true. That's such a fucking bullshit. That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy mindset. This entire article is literally talking about the Saudi deal, the fucking Cristiano Ronaldo being added to the game nonsense, and they talked very little about the potential of AI because they know they can't say whether or not they did or didn't. And if you're saying the eyes are the first thing to go, well, this shit looks fine to me. Again, I feel like this is trying to be dramatic for no reason. Legitimately, no reason. Like this trailer was fine the way that it was. Again, I'm speaking from an outsider looking in. I'm not hardcore into this scene. So if the hardcore people want to be pissed, let them be pissed. They have every right to be pissed if they want to be. It's their game, whatever. But it's like this trailer's fine. It looks fine. The cinematics was fine. It looks good, honestly. The gameplay looked good. I don't understand. It was hype. I don't know. It's just weird, bro. This is a weird one. Anyway, so that's the story regarding Fatal Fury. That's the trailer. Let's cover the fast topics, and then we're going to get into Resident Evil for the rest of the night. So Total War Warhammer 40,000 has surpassed a Steam wishlist milestone that I wanted to personally celebrate because, as you guys know, I'm a big Warhammer fan, Warhammer 40K fan in terms of video games. I have an ungodly amount of them. But Total War Warhammer 40,000 has surpassed officially on Steam a wish list of over 1 million people.
Holy shit.
Over 1 million people have wishlisted this game. This game is going to be insane. Trey with a 10 says, first it was the Chuds, then it was the fascists, then it was World War II Germans. Now, how long will it be before the new insult will be the president as AI slop? They are all sheeple, I swear. Yeah, I mean, again, at this point, I think that the AI derangement syndrome is through the roof. It really is. I think it's borderlining on similar levels of TDS, which is crazy to say. But I think it is. I think AI is their boogeyman. And people are using the term AI slop to just simply say, I disagree with what I saw. That's it. Right? People are out there. They're not liking certain things that they're seeing or certain trailers or certain gameplay or whatever. And their first reaction is to call it AI slop. Or sometimes they just want to discredit something. So that's what they do. They call it AI slop. Just like calling someone a racist, a bigot, a phobe, whatever. That used to be to discredit people. Then it stopped working. Now AI slop is the new thing that they try to do to discredit whatever they don't like. That's how I see it anyway. Ron DFK with a 2. You could say everyone is kung fu fighting over AI. Wow, Ron. Come on, Ron. Alucard with a 2. You say you want to... What? You say you want sexy AI Latinas? You gotta fuck for it. Bro, stop. New Blackstreet is going to be pissed. I'm telling you, they're going to think I stole something. And then I'm going to have to remind them of the time when they stole the Waifu Battle from me. And then they're going to drop it after that. Lols. Neilster, over on Rumble, says Fake Wizard was a great addition to SNH. He was, I agree. And you were looking to add another. How about 8-Bit Eric? He's always been funny and insightful when he's on with Smash or Blackstreet. I'm actually in talks with someone to become a permanent member of SNH. Unpaid, by the way, for people out there that think I pay YouTubers to join my show, which is hilarious, by the way. I haven't paid a single YouTuber anything. Never have, never will. It's just simple collaboration that YouTubers do all the time. That's what we do all the time. So anyway, can't believe I have to say that, but that's just where we're at right now. But yeah, I'm in talks with somebody to be a permanent member of SNH. So we'll see how that goes. Draconic gives a membership over on Rumble. Thank you so much, Draconic, for holding it down on Rumble. Then we have China. We have China saying, I would play AI RPG if the story is good. No second thoughts. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've always said if the game is good, then the game is good. That's just what it is. Judge it based off the game, which I don't know if you guys are aware, but it was announced that, remember how in 2020, what was it, 2024, there was 18,000 plus, 18,000 plus video games that released on Steam? Well, in 2025, there was like 23,000 video games. Or 21,000, something like that. I know it's over 20,000. It's fucking crazy, bro. The amount of video games that are releasing every year is unbelievable. So AI is just going to speed that up. All right, let's talk about this. So again, total Warhammer 40K surpasses 1 million wishlist, which is amazing. Did I wishlist this? Shit, I don't even remember. Let me see. Did I wishlist this? Because that's pretty crazy. And I'm glad. I think Warhammer Space Marine 2 really put Warhammer video games on the map, which for me, Warhammer video games were always on the map. But the truth, games has so many video games. You know, I kind of want to watch this trailer again. This trailer was so badass. Can we do that while I'm talking? Hold on. I just got to do it. Hold on. I got to do it. It's so badass.
In the grim darkness of the far future, every soul's survival hangs by a thread. Mankind is beset by endless tides of aliens, traitors, and demons.
Game is so fucking badass,
Across countless worlds, battles rage.
You know what I love about Warhammer video games is that they're so visceral. They're usually so fucking visceral, right? It's violent, it's war, it's so good. And I just know this game's gonna be awesome too. This comment right here is exactly what I was talking about. Shout out to Monkey. I had a little experience with Warhammer video games for Space Marine 2. Now I'm all in. Yeah, I think Warhammer Space Marine 2 really put it on the map, at least from Steam. Because Steam, like, if you look at all the Warhammer games, they were decent. Like, they weren't mega hits or mega successful, but they were decent, right? But Space Marine 2 hit crazy numbers, man. And I really think that game opened up the light for a lot of people for Warhammer 40K video games on Steam or just in general. And then I think shortly after that, they had a Warhammer sale where it was like 70% off most titles. Dude, it's crazy, man. I think I would not be surprised it was Vermintide too for Black Tailgate. Yeah, Vermintide was another one. But I wouldn't be surprised if this particular video game is gonna probably do, even though it's not the same gameplay style as Space Marine 2, I think this video game is going to do numbers almost as good or even maybe better than Space Marine 2. Because it's got 1 million wish lists and it's growing. So I think that this will be a major hit on Steam. But obviously we gotta wait and see and find out. So
Lead your armies. Conquer worlds. Fight on as the galaxy burns. For there is no peace amongst the stars. There is only war.
Love it. Love it. Holy shit, bro. Oh my god, bro. That shit is amazing. That shit, the scale of the wars that you're gonna be able to have in that game are gonna be insane. Somebody will say AI slop. Oh, probably. Would you play a Warhammer 40k MMO? And what do you think that would be like? Of course, Shinphil. Of course I would. I'm gonna link this in the chat for you guys really quick, so you guys can go wishlist it. Apparently, I did wishlist it, so I don't have to worry about that. When's it coming out? It says to be announced, so we'll see. But you can check it out on Steam right now. In terms of like the Warhammer 40k MMO, yeah, hell yeah, I would play it. I talk about the story all the time. I was a longtime player of the original Warhammer MMORPG, the fantasy one, where I mained the Bright Wizard and destroyed people in PvP. I think a Warhammer 40k MMORPG, if it was anything like that game, would be fantastic, because that game was amazing, and I truly wish that game should have did better, but it just didn't, unfortunately. Sorry, I had to cough. Yeah, that game kind of died. But that's because World of Warcraft was at its prime at the time, so it was hard for people to give up the crack. That's really what it is. People had a hard time giving up the crack, and I think if Warhammer MMORPG Fantasy came out today, I think it would do a lot better than before. So, all right, let's get into... Speaking of what the Warcraft, perfect segue. Holy shit, unintentional segue. So, the World of Warcraft Midnight Beta, right, came out and introduced a new Mythic Plus dungeon modifier that apparently allows you to add yellow paint in order to show you where to go. And according to the journos, that's a good thing. Guys, I you know, where's my sound? Dungeon routing is a huge pain, but this should make it easier. Bro, what? How? What? You know, my depression knows no bounds, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, so wait, we have yellow paint now? We have yellow paint as a modifier for a dungeon in World of Warcraft? Is this what we're doing? Silverflower says, I feel like they're doing this in a one-key rotation just to put WoW on console. Absolutely. Absolutely. We talked about that the other day when they announced the one-button rotation. Absolutely. They want to make this so fucking casual that there's no excuse for anybody to be bad at the game. Right? And they're doing this because if you can make it easier to access, well, then the super casual people will give you their money. It's all about trying to get money, you know, because the hardcore players, they're always going to figure out what to do. They're the hardcore players, right? They actually care about getting good at the game and figure out what to do. But World of Warcraft has always been about trying to casualize itself more and more and more and more and more. And unfortunately, I do think it is going to come out on console. And the day that I gotta tell you, the day that World of Warcraft comes out on console is gonna be mind-blowing. Because first off, modern consoles can handle it, right? So PlayStation 5 can easily handle World of Warcraft's graphics. Even Xbox can handle World of Warcraft's graphics. So it's only a matter of time. It really is. But this yellow paint thing kind of just blew my mind. World of Warcraft's Mythic Plus isn't exactly easy to get into. Part of the problem is that you're playing World of Warcraft, and as much as I'd like to speak kindly about the population of one of my favorite RPGs, let's be real, if you jump into public groups, you're starting a countdown timer until someone starts rifling through their books of expletives to describe what they did to one of your familiar relations. One of the hurdles lies in dungeon routing, because Mythic Plus dungeons are all on a timer, apparently. They're all on a timer. Hold on. My StreamYard's just fucking crashed. I don't know why. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. They're all on a timer. So, and because WoW's dungeons tend to be a little more open plan than something you get in, say, Final Fantasy 14, every single dungeon has a bespoke route filled with little tricks. You know, guys, again, I don't know how to explain it other than the whole point of Mythic dungeons or Mythic Plus dungeons is to be challenging. So if you are out here doing something that is going to remove said challenge, then are they really being challenging or are they not? You know, it's I don't know, man. I can't see how this is going to help the game whatsoever. I can't see who would actually need something like this. It's not like you're fucking going through a labyrinth, bro. It's not like these dungeons are so massive. It's not like I'll put it to you like this. It's not like you're going through Molten Core. Remember Molten Core? You remember Molten Core? How people are how people were always getting lost in Molten Core if they didn't know where to go. They had to read a guide. Or what about Blackwing Lair? Blackwing Lair was a little more straightforward, but still, Molten Core was you had multiple different areas of Molten Core, and if you didn't know like who to kill to make what spawn or whatnot, you had no idea. I was there, Gandalf. I know, bro. Talking about fucking World of Warcraft is like, the amount of hours I dedicated to that game are insane. What happened if you failed? Try again. They don't want to try again. They just want to be able to have minimal resistance as possible. Torn all over on Rumble says AI slop is the entertainment industry's modern version of I hate this, but they don't want to openly claim why. It's a meaningless complaint by itself. That's true. That's 100% true. And then Tornall says for a 2, so yellow paint to speed run dungeons. Next, shorter timers. Yes. No, longer timers. Longer timers, actually. So it's not going to be shorter timers. Shorter timers will make it harder. They're going to make longer timers. So that way people don't have to rush as much. You know? Oh, man. Genetic Spore just reminded me of something. Oh, man. Can I bring up this comment? Hold on. It's a Rumble comment. Let me see. Oh, man. This made me feel so old.
Holy shit.
Wow. Because I was there for that, too. The opening of the AQ gates, the farming of the materials to try to make it happen. Oh, man. Damn, bro. Fuck. That's all right. That was epic, though. That was such an epic moment. And the truth is that so many servers had problems with that, depending how big your server was. But it was so cool, dude. That was such a cool moment, for sure. But they don't do things like that anymore, man. It's sad. They just don't. All right. 20 years ago. Oh, God, stop. Are MMOs dead? I don't think MMOs are dead. I think that what it is that there is not an MMO out there that people find worthy of playing solely. I also think that as people have gotten older and the newer people, like the younger people are growing up, I think what it is that our attention span has become so minimal these days in comparison to what they were before. People are used to certain levels of instant gratification, and that's just not what comes with standard MMO experience. And if you do make it come with standard MMO experience, and then the MMO ends up dying because, well, you get everything so quickly that you're not going to want to play anymore. So it's a little bit antithetical to the idea of an MMORPG. So I think that what it's going to be is that there's gonna come a time where there's going to be an MMO that's going to go back to its roots. I know there are some MMOs that are being made right now that are promising to do that. But the truth is that either their design is too boring, too realistic, not enough fantasy. There's something missing. And I just don't think they're going to have the player base to really see it through. They might have the ideas right, but they just don't have it. They don't have the player base to see it through. Most of the young ones can't handle long form entertainment. No, they can't. There's a lot of people that can't even sit still through a 3-hour movie. So what makes you think they're going to play an MMORPG, you know? I just think there needs to be an MMO that has really fun character progression, really fun balanced skill trees. This is all what was in the original WoW, by the way. Really fun character progression, really fun balanced skill trees that all three of them feel like they're worth it. But it's just hard to do that. Even Blizzard struggled with that in the beginning, where they had 3 skill trees that were super fun, that had their uses in PvP, but in PvE, there was always that one perfect build. It was the meta. And if you weren't playing the meta, you weren't getting invited to a raid. If you were, I'll put it like this, if you were a fire mage in Molten Core, you might as well just have the sign retard on the top of your head. Back in the day, right? They would never invite a fire mage for the life of them to Molten Core. You had to be an ice mage. Right? And that rule kind of lightened up a little bit in Blackwing Lair, but there was still a lot of bosses that were fire resistant in Blackwing Lair, so they ultimately wanted you to be an ice mage. And then in PvP, all the survivability was for ice mages, so being a fire mage was kind of stupid. You had Pyroblast, you had, macro instant Pyroblast with a trinket to get maximum damage to one-shot someone, but after that, you couldn't do anything until your trinket was back up or your presence of mind was back up. But if you were an ice mage, you had all the survivability in the world. Nobody could fucking kill you, except for maybe a warlock, So, and even then, it was. They did the whole what do you call it? They did the whole rock paper scissors balancing. So, there needs to be an MMO that really focuses on balance problems, and also makes it a fun progression. If you could have an MMO with fun progression, something that might give you the feeling of instant gratification, but also not necessarily be instant gratification, I think that'll be fine. Kind of like the reason why Survivor games are so addictive. Survivor games are so addictive because you play 30-minute intervals, right? 20 to 30-minute intervals, and you start from nothing, and it's just all like leveling, choosing your abilities, your skills, and choosing randomized upgrades, and it's happening nonstop. So you're constantly getting that like dopamine hit of upgrades, and then eventually you lose it all to just start all over again. So, yeah, I think that's what they need. But we're not going to see we're not going to see a breakout MMO probably for a while. Most companies are too focused on live service video games. So, anyway, this is pretty gay. I'm not going to lie to you. Where is it at? Let me see if they have any more information. On the Midnight Beta Test service, the studio has introduced a new affix, basically a modifier, to Mythic Plus levels 2 to 5, per this post on the game forums by developers. While Lindormi's guidance is active, certain non-boss enemies will be afflicted with temporal sands, visually highlighting them and reducing their health and damage done by... Oh my god, bro. So not only do you make it show where to go, but you also reduce the health of the enemies and the damage they do by 5%. The real trick is that if you defeat all the marked enemies, you'll fulfill 100% of the enemy's force count, providing a basic route through the dungeon. Additionally, the affix also prevents player deaths from reducing the timer. Bro, this is beyond. Oh my god, bro. I'm so glad I gave up on WoW a long time ago. Because this is more than just yellow paint. This is yellow paint and nerfs and buffs to the timer too. Bro, come on, man. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? So what's the point of mythic levels? What's the point of that? What's the point of having mythic levels? There's no point. Yeah, exactly. What the F is the point of mythic with handlebars like that? Exactly. This is unbelievable. And of course, the journals are like, anyway, in this case, it seems like a good choice. You're making Mythic Plus less intimidating. Oh my gosh. Fucking stop, bro. Stop it. Stop. Terrible, man. Fuck are we doing? Let's catch up on super chats. We got. Hold on. Our cuz, 15 months, a legendary status. What's up, our cuz? How you doing? Give me that yellow neon lights and show me the way. Explore? Hell no. Also, give me those auto boss fights, and I could call myself a real gamer journalist. Pretty much. Pretty much. It's only a matter of time before you're going to have a boss skip option in World of Warcraft, and they'll drop, instead of dropping like 3 or 4 items, it'll drop 1. It's going to be crazy. Magni with a 2. Blackrock Citadel had to be broken into 5 runs. True. True. I remember Blackrock Citadel. That was a fun dungeon, man. Jason Alator for 22 months. I think EverQuest was the closest thing we got to balance, but folks tried to meta the fun out of it. Hint, look who created Blizzard. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff Kaplan was a motherfucker in EverQuest, bro. The guild that he ran, they were literally fighting with developers. They didn't give a fuck. They were like, if you want us to continue being the top guild and getting people and all this shit, you got to give us what we want. And then he ended up getting hired at Blizzard because of his antics. It's actually kind of amazing. All right. We are caught up on that. And we are ready. Yeah, we're ready. Let's go. Resident Evil. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Resident Evil Showcase. We are about 100? We're about 100 away, give or take, from tier 1. And I'll call out whatever super chats that come in, as I have been even during the showcase. But now it's time to check this out. So if you guys are not aware, they had a Resident Evil Showcase today, showing off gameplay from Resident Evil Requiem. And there's a lot to go over here. It's about 12 to 13 minutes long. So we'll pause and talk about it as we go through. Let's see. I'm hoping I see some good stuff. I really am, because would it be good or will it be garbage? I don't know. I really am hopeful, though. I'm hoping to see something good, especially with the Leon gameplay. But here's the hoping. T-Jab says we're 88 from tier 1. Thank you, T-Jab. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Let's go.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil.
The voice is AI slop. Sorry, I had to get it out the way. You know, somebody was gonna say it.
Requiem, which will release next month on February 27. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay.
I can't believe it's coming out in a month.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってないです。まあ実際、あの時も話しましたけど、レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど。
Yeah, so this is the guy who said, he was trying to play it off, obviously, but this is the guy who said originally that they couldn't make a horror game with Leon because he's too much of a badass. He's completely numb to it, basically, and that they couldn't make a horror game with Leon, so they went with Grace. That was him trying to say that Leon's not going to be in this game. Obviously, that's not true, but he's explaining that they actually did try to make a genuine horror game with Leon, and let's see what he has to say.
やっぱりこんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレースとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。グレースの方はその RE2 ですとかバイオ7もそうですね。ホラーに特化したゲーム体験になってまして、レオンの方はというとバイオ4に代用されるような緊張感がすごい高いんですけども、そこまでその
Kick the fucking shit out of that zombie. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, this is definitely very Resident Evil 4 for sure.
恐怖に特化してない、アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー、レオンにふさわしい体験が作れてるんじゃないかなとは思ってて、グレースのホラーとそのレオンのアクション2つこう並べて遊ぶことで、今までのバイオハザードではない すごく感情の揺れ幅が大きいゲームになってます。バイオハザードって緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってるんですけども、すごく緊張して静かなペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイと、
Yeah, see, so they're basically admitting what we kind of already knew, that this is basically two games. This is two games, which I'm not sure I like that idea. I'd rather have a fully fleshed out one or the other. But this is basically two games, two very different games.
を発散してダイナミックに激しいアクションをする、そういうカタルシスなレオン。大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう役割としてパートを最適に配置する、こういう意図で構成していますね。
Damn. All right, I like the bloodiness. I like the brutality. That's good.
レオンとグレース、2人とも主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には一つ。ストーリーの中でプレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイするパートがあると。そういう構成になってますね。バイオ6の後のレオンの続きですけど、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、バイオハザードテロと世界のね、戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼、今回過去一追い詰められることになると思うんで、その辺も注目してほしいなと思います。
He would be pushed to his limits this time. So was he not pushed to his limits before? Actually, Billy in the chat said something interesting. Swapping to Grace every time you start having fun. Nah, I can see where this is going. I don't know, man, because again, like if you want the horror experience, then you're probably gonna have more fun playing as Grace, right? But if you want the action experience, then yeah, of course, you're gonna have more fun playing as Leon. So depending on which way you swing, you know, if you're more of the action player, then yeah, the moment you switch over to Grace is gonna be boring as shit, and it's probably gonna annoy you. Sorry. And if you're the other way around, then I don't know. I just feel like this is why I'd rather have a fully fleshed out one experience over the other. Like, if you're going to give me an action Resident Evil, then give me an action Resident Evil. If you're going to give me a horror Resident Evil, then give that to me. You know, don't do this like double shit, because then the pacing is going to feel so off. I'm going to go from being a badass Leon to bitch made Grace. Like, that's going to feel a little bit odd. Are you going to Griffcast this? Yes, I am going to Griffcast this. Absolutely.
今回のゾンビは生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。例えばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにしようとね、掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、
The zombies cling to their past lives. What the fuck? That's interesting.
それでは彼らの行動を観察して、うまくかわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、RF4 から進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。
I noticed how with the Leon combat, they're focusing more on third person, but with the first person, with Grace, they're focusing more on the first person combat. Don't you guys find that to be pretty interesting? How that's happening that way?
シューティングっていうのが中心になってくるので、さらに洗練されたガンプレイっていうところにも力を入れてますね。また V を狙って、敵に体術を決める。それから敵が持っていた武器を奪って利用する。どの敵をどの部位を撃つのか、またどうやって倒すのか、そういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、それがうまくいった時にさらにこうカタルシスが倍増する、そういったゲームプレイになっています。グレースのゲームプレイは閉鎖空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵 その中をも
See how they put it in first person for Grace? It's pretty interesting. Now, obviously, I've always said first person horror games are more scary than third person. So that's probably why they're doing that. They're trying to maximize the effect of whatever they're showing right now. But I do find that interesting that they probably agree with that too.
恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのは面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すべきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に重要になってきています。なので、レクイエムではそのための様々な手段を用意しています。それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つこう象徴的な武器としてレクイエムというそのままタイトルを名を冠した武器が出てきます。この大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、構造という時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になっています。実はクラフト要素も少しひねりを入れてまして、そのアンポルを作るためには感染したゾンビの血が必要になります。クラフトのリソースになる血っていうのを、つまり敵を倒すのにもまた意味があると。そういう意味でより RS スタイルの
Crafting requires blood.
ゲームを深めるような工夫っていうのは各所に入れてますね。
That's too effective.
No, Yamato says watch him have a third person DLC for Grace. No. You could play third person with Grace. You could play from day one. I'm just saying that they're not doing that for the trailer. They're purposefully doing first person. So
A variety of gameplay options have also been added to this title. Players can switch between two camera perspectives. And these can be changed
That's crazy. I literally just said that.
at any time during the game. Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy casual mode and use aim assist to take down zombies with more ease.
Oh my god, man. I can't stand this shit. I know people are going to be like, who cares? You don't have to use it. It's like, oh man. To be a gamer and have to use aim assist, I just feel like it's so gay, bro. Again, maybe that's me being an old school gamer. I don't know, but it's like, it's okay. Like, why? What satisfaction do you feel using a built-in aimbot? That's what it is.
But if you choose Standard Classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game when playing as Grace.
Oh, wow.
This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
So she's getting all the classic gameplay. She's getting all the typical Resident Evil horror gameplay, and then Leon's just gonna go guns blazing, basically.
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
What? They got a collaboration with Porsche? Oh my god.
Resident Evil and Porsche are two very iconic brands with so much heritage. It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming of as a gaming fan working in this environment. Collaborations like this obviously don't spawn out of nowhere. For his adventures, Leon...
So I need to ask the question, what is with Porsche and video game product placement? Because you now have Porsche in Resident Evil 9, and now you have Porsche in Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. So what's the deal with that? Like, do you think gamers are fucking rich that they're going to be out there buying Porsches? I don't understand. Maybe some of them might be, but what? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Needed a car which represents his style, but also delivers when it comes to navigating him through, all of those dangerous moments he experiences in the game. What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT is how the team stayed true to its characteristics by still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche and complex 3D printing to apply those customizations to the rear car. It's going to look amazing in the game.
今回もう一つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、
Watchmaker Hamilton?
レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャラのイメージをモチーフとした時計をつけてます。
Bro, they legit got all kinds of product placement in this game, bro. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What's going on here?
2 fantastic watch models which recreate those worn in the game in all the stunning details. The khaki-filled autochrono.
Bro, this this is the kind of woman I feel like you see at every single mall when you pass by like a overly expensive store that you got no business being in. When you pass by a Rolex store or whatever the case, like you just got that one like lady at the counter, and she's like, yes, no, don't come in here. You are peasant, and I no want to serve you. Yeah, no. Maybe bring your father. No, I'm okay. You poor. Yeah, you poor. Yeah, you could keep walking, you know? Bro, it's always that one person, I swear.
And the Pan-Europe Automatic will be in limited edition, 2,000 pieces each, and will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February.
Yeah, I know they pay for those product placements. I know that. I just, after a certain point as Capcom, you have to be like, is this product placement going to make sense in our game? And I don't know, I guess the Hamilton watches are pretty subtle, so they're not really gonna stick out like anything. It's not like Leon's running around with a fucking Rolex, you know. And the Porsche I feel like sticks out. The Porsche I feel like sticks out quite a bit. Now, granted, it's a blacked out Porsche or whatever, but still, it kind of sticks out a little bit. I mean, these watches do look nice though, but you gotta tell me how much they are. They'll be limited edition, 2,000 pieces each. Okay, let's see. They're gonna release alongside Resident Evil. All right, how many do you think are going to be available after this?
27th. Please stay tuned.
Please stay tuned while we fuck you for this watch. I'm curious. Let me look this up really quick. Resident Evil Hamilton watch for sale. Let's see. How much is this shit? Bro, this watch is $2,000.
Holy shit.
This watch is $2,000, bro. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, there's that. All right. Moving on.
In addition to the base game, a deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase. Extra costumes for Grace and Leon, weapon skins, and screen filters will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace.
Our cuz says about it can afford it easily. My guy. I don't know how many times to say this. I don't care how much money I make. At the end of the day, there are certain things that I view to be very wasteful. And I know some people are watch people, so don't hate. I have no hate to watch people. But me personally, I've never been a watch person, so I can't. I think I spoke about this with Death Stranding too, because Death Stranding had like a $1,500 watch. I'm not gonna spend $2,000 on a fucking watch that's based off Resident Evil. I'm just not doing that. It's just kind of stupid. Now, other people could do it if they want as a collector's piece. It's fine. I'm sure it'll hold its value. But dude, like I'm just no thanks.
Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now.
Ew. It's disgusting. Nobody cares about that. We got Adair Soto with a 5. I wonder how our Leon is holding up for watching the showcase. I wonder how he feels right now until we get to Saturday. Yeah, we'll talk about it this Saturday. See what Leon has to say about this.
This title is being developed in collaboration with NVIDIA, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
It's such an honor to...
Deadeye's Lock on Rumble says, WoW pulled an Oz, followed the yellow brick road. I'm convinced Dorothy could be in the game with no guide. Dude, so true.
Work on Resident Evil. The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future
of the franchise with path tracing for realistic graphics, and AI-powered NVIDIA DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil Requiem more accessible across a wide range of PCs, extending the nightmare to more gamers. And with GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the mysteries of Raccoon
Why is he talking to us like we're a fucking toddler? Does anybody else get that feeling?
City once again.
Not only that, 1/6.
It's all about the fake ass frames, bro. That's really what it is. Fake ass frames. Bro, they're going all in on this game. So you got a Porsche collaboration, you got a Hamilton watch collaboration that you're going to be selling a $2,000 real watch from, and now you got 1/6 scale figures. Shit, man, they're going all in on this.
Scale figures of our two protagonists will also be available for purchase. Grace and Leon's figures can be displayed separately or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall. An original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro.
Yo, fucking controller too. God damn, bro. What is this? Their last hoorah? Is that it? Bro, they're trying to make every dollar they can from this game. And you know what's crazy? Resident Evil always sells well. Like, it's always super successful, makes a lot of money. But they're like, you know what? We can have more money, though. We can have more money, though.
Controller will be released on the same day as the game. And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available. Please look forward to more information.
An Amiibo? Oh, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Now you got an Amiibo. That's crazy, dude. All out on this shit.
On Resident Evil Requiem launch day, the gold editions of both Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, including all downloadable content, will be released on the Nintendo Switch 2.
That we knew already.
We'll also be celebrating 30 years of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with breathtaking orchestral.
You see what I'm saying? Like, as cool as an orchestra is, like, all these seats are empty. Like, do they actually sell these fucking shows, or they just record them? Like, what's up with that?
Performances. The first ticket lottery is open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors. Concerts are planned for not just Japan, but North America and Europe.
You mean like the same concerts that Sony planned for PlayStation Music and they had to cancel all of them worldwide? They're actually still canceling them now? That same kind of a concert? What the fuck is a Resident Evil ambassador? Is it that serious? Is Leon a Resident Evil ambassador? What the fuck is that? I'm gonna look that up. I've never heard of this. What is a Resident Evil ambassador? The Resident Evil Ambassador Program. Share your enthusiasm for Resident Evil with fans around the world to foster discussions around and the love for Resident Evil series on X. What? Post on X with hashtag Resident Evil BHF to earn points. Sign up for the program to that special. Oh, so this is like a shill, a Twitter shill. Oh. So they're opening up. Hold on. So they're opening up this shit to Twitter shills, basically. Bro, no wonder you have all these accounts that are on fucking X that are posting nonsense. No wonder, bro. So they have a program specifically around fake boosting their X performance. You can earn points to increase your ambassador rank and to gain access to special campaigns and rewards, bro. This is disgusting, bro. It's so disgusting. I'm sorry, it just is. Literal, like... anyway, all right, let's continue.
More information on these will be released later.
By the way, The canceled Sony concerts, those concerts were given first dibs by the Sony shills as well. And the shills were like, yeah, I got invited to a front row, like whatever. They were celebrating it on Twitter. And then like months later, all of a sudden they're like, it got canceled. It got canceled. I can't believe it got canceled. Yeah, you spent all this time fucking chilling and you got nothing for it other than a goodie bag.
これもね、まだお伝えしてるんですけど、実はレオンにはある秘密があって、そことも関わってくる要素だったり、グレースのお母さん、アリスターが殺された、そこにも関わる、非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のね、謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエム、まだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで引き続き注目していただければと思います。
Oh, what? Why Leon looks so rough? I don't know, bro. He's old.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you. I think I want a second opinion.
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
What the fuck?
Wow. Too lazy to read subtitles. Not my fault. The shit's in fucking Japanese. Dude. So here's what I'll say. I mean, the game looks good, right? From a visual perspective. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The whole like in-game product placement thing was just a little weird to me. Like, I know at the end of the day, it's more money in Capcom's pocket. But here's what I'm gonna say. Is it really worth it though? Because like, you guys make so much fucking money. Did you really need to do that weird product placement with Hamilton? Was that really necessary? Did they give you that much money to do the product placement? Right? Same thing with Porsche. It's like, did they really give you, like, you guys know that Resident Evil is going to sell like hotcakes, especially since you have a controller and amiibo, fucking figures and like whatever. You got all this other shit. Was it really necessary to do all that? You know, it just feels weird. Nintendo did it too with Mercedes and Mario Kart once. I'm sure that was weird too. I don't know. It felt kind of odd to me. But yeah, I guess there's never enough money. Like I feel like you could have skipped out on the weird product placement and just made a little bit less money, knowing that you're going to sell this game like hotcakes. This game is going to sell like hotcakes. It is going to sell like hotcakes, 100%. So I don't know, man. A little bit weird on that aspect, but like the game itself looked really good. Visually speaking, very impressive. In terms of the frame rate, I'm a little bit sussed out on it because again, they're using like all the fake frames of the world to bolster the frame rate. Because I remember seeing that the game supposedly ran at 4K FPS. I think it was like 40 or 50 FPS on a 5090, 4090, whatever. But then when they used like DLSS or whatever and the super fake frames, it jumped up to like 200 or something ridiculous like that. So these companies are really starting to rely overly on this fake frame bullshit. Which is so funny because it's like AI generated fake frames, and these journalists that swear by the fake frames because their computers suck. I hope they understand that this is AI generated fake frames, right? I thought you guys were against AI. Like, what's up with that? Anyway. So I don't know, man. I think the gameplay looks overall good, but my biggest issue is that the pacing, I feel like, is going to be off. I really do. I feel like the pacing is going to be off because you're going to start off probably with Grace. What's up, Sebi? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. You're going to start off with Grace. You're going to play the horror aspect, and then all of a sudden, you're going to be Leon, guns blazing, and destroying people, you know, and grabbing their head and making it explode against a fucking bed rail or something. I just feel like the pacing is going to be way off. I think they should have definitely stuck to one or the other. But I understand why they brought Leon back. It's because this is supposed to be, according to the rumors, supposed to be the last numbered entry. I don't believe that, but that's what it's supposed to be. Billy says that's the whole other thing, making games so high quality, everyone has to get a new computer just to play it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't mind the fake frames helping people with bad computers. I don't mind that. But if you need the fake frames for people with good computers in order to be able to run the game at high settings with no issues, that's a problem. And that's why I'm saying that there is an over-reliance on the fake frames. There is an over-reliance on the DLSS. There's an over-reliance on all this shit. I really do think there is. Because if the strong computers are struggling to run at maximum settings when that was never an issue before, why is it an issue now? And it's because developers are like, we don't need to optimize our game. What's optimization? Let's just rely on DLSS. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Who cares if our game runs at 30 FPS, 4K resolution, and it has fucking cell shaded graphics? Nobody cares. Just put DLSS. It'll be at 100 in no time. You know, that's my problem. That's the mindset that I have a lot of issues with. You know, so like the technology is not necessarily the problem. It's the mindset that developers have with the technology that's the problem. Thank you again, Sebi, for the raid. I appreciate that. And shout out to the legend. Well, hold on. Let's read this. So Darius Holton with it too. Why do I feel like a person watching a commercial? Because you were. But see, that's what I'm saying. Yo, Rabble Wrangler with the raid. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Like watching this felt like a commercial. That's why it was so weird. It was so weird that you had all these product placements. Like Capcom don't need this shit, bro. Capcom makes more than enough money, bro. They don't need to be partnering with fucking Hamilton. Like, oh yeah, buy our $2,000 Hamilton watches in real life after you get done pretending to have one as Leon in the game. What the fuck? Listen, the only people that are going to buy those watches are going to be collectors, hardcore collectors of anything Resident Evil, or just hardcore gaming collectors in general. That's the only people that are going to buy those watches. I don't understand any normies that are going to buy those watches, at least not for the specific tie of Resident Evil. If they buy the watches just because they like the watches and it happens to be tied to Resident Evil, then that's something different. But I don't know. I just feel like $2,000 for... Anyway, it's crazy shit, man. Darius Soto with a 5. Oh, Nintendo Switch 2 now controls and an amiibo. Oh, we're definitely presents now, everyone. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Or the scalpers are going to buy it. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't think you don't have a scalper market if you don't have a market. Right? So the scalpers are not going to go out there and buy it if there is no high demand for the item, because that's a good way for them to get fucked and be left with the item, right? The reason why they went out and they scalped PS5s when they were released is because they all knew that people wanted PS5s. You can obviously tell based off history that hundreds of millions of units have sold for PlayStation. So of course, people are going to scalp the PS5s because they know that people are going to buy them. But when it comes to a $2,000 watch, I mean, what's really the market for that? You know, how many people are going to buy that? Would you scalp that? I wouldn't scalp that. That sounds dumb. You know, I would scalp a Nintendo Switch. Remember when the Nintendo Switch came out? At the time, people were scalping that too. I would scalp that shit because I don't want to play that shit. I'd scalp it and sell it. I don't give a fuck. But not a watch, bro. That just seems like weird. China's going to clone those watches for $100? Absolutely. Scrap Gamer with a 5. RE Ambassador is basically a Capcom account to use with the RE games. Well, not from what I was reading. Actually, let me bring that up so that you guys can see what I was reading. Thank you guys again for the raid, man. I appreciate that very much. Legends, bro. Thank you so much. Let me show you what I read on the Ambassador program really quick. So if you look here, it seems to be all tailored around X. Let me take this down really quick. It seems to be tailored around X. So it says share your enthusiasm for Resident Evil with fans around the world. And they're like, what is the Resident Evil Ambassador program? Look at this cute little fucking look at this thing. They give you a little ID. It says, we welcome the following Resident Evil super fans. Super fans, guys. You know what that means. Remember those Lord of the Rings super fans? Remember that? People who want to learn more about Resident Evil, people who want to connect with Resident Evil fans, people who want to be more involved with Resident Evil brand, and people who want to recommend Resident Evil to others. You can sign up for the program to that special ambassador cards. This is your little special card right here. Participate in card drawing campaigns for even more types of cards. Post on X with the hashtag REBHF or REBHFun to earn points. Earn points to increase your ambassador rank. Increase your ambassador rank to gain special access to campaigns and rewards. Yes. So shills. Yes, basically. So like Resident Evil Ambassador is all it is maximum shillery. So if you shill for Resident Evil, then you could raise your rank by fake posting online, and that will bolster your rank to the point where you could get access to Capcom in general, which I'm sure that a lot of these people do on social media, so they can feel like they have special access to. Remember that concert that they were going to be doing? So anybody who uses this hashtag, you already know is full of shit. Just so you're aware. Anybody who uses the hashtag, what was it? The fuck was it? REBH fun. So if you see a hashtag with that, just know that is an ambassador account, and they're doing it to raise their ambassador account's level and access. That's all it is, bro. It's crazy, man. Basically become Resident Evil Hunbots. Yeah, basically. Yo, our cuz, bro, 10 memberships. Clutch, my guy.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Yo, shout out to Toasty for the raid over on Rumble. Damn, bro, we're getting raided everywhere. What the fuck? What is going on, bro? This is crazy. We got rated by Savvy. We got rated by Rabble Wrangler. Now we get rated by Toasty. This is insane, man. Thank you so much for the raid over on Rumble. I appreciate that. And thank you, our cuz, for the 10 memberships. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Secret Final Boss for the membership as well. Thank you, Secret Final Boss. I appreciate that. Therefore, 2 says, what I meant was commoner's peasant. Sounds about right. Speedy Cake with a 10. Don't forget Cyberpunk's Porsche and the RE5 watch and coin. Listen, I know that that they've done this before. I totally get that. Like, I know that Capcom has done this before. Nintendo has done this before. I get that. But it doesn't make it less weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make it weird seeing a little... How much time did they dedicate in that trailer? 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that? To Hamilton watches? It's like, bro... And the thing is, they did the typical, we're not going to tell you the price, because we know if we told you the price, you're not going to buy it. Right? So in the trailer, they just said, hey, you could look forward to the announcement of these watches. They're releasing at the same time as Resident Evil 9. Buy yours today. And they don't tell you the price. They don't tell you the price. You know? And that was only one product placement. Think about the Porsche product placement. That was also another like 7 minutes. And then think about the, what was it? The ambassador one. So all in all, they spent about 20 minutes on multiple different product placements or whatever. I don't know, man. It's a little bit questionable. That's all I'm going to say. Apparently gamers got rich. Got it. Yeah, apparently. Apparently people can just buy $2,000 watches. No problem. So, I mean, that's it for the Resident Evil Showcase. Overall, I think it was okay. I didn't like the product placement. Everything else was fine. But I just have questions about the pacing of the game and whether or not it's actually going to be paced properly between a pure horror experience like Grace and a pure action experience like Leon. And you know that it's probably not going to be paced the same, because they said if you play on the classic difficulty, you're going to have to use ink ribbons in order to save with Grace, but you don't have to do that with Leon. So Leon is automatically going to be very it's just going to feel very different. The pacing is going to be completely off. I don't know. I just think it's a little bit odd. It's an odd choice, but that's just what it is. Yo, T-Jap, like a legend right before the waifu battle. Look at this guy. T-Jap with 213 says tier 1. This is all. Thank you, T-Jap. I appreciate that very much, my guy. Thank you so much. That is legendary. I appreciate that. All right, boys, listen, if you're not going to watch the waifu battle, number one, I appreciate you. The support is wild today. Thank you for all the raids. That was awesome. Join me tomorrow, same time, same place, all the time, for Hypnocast and Griffcast. I think tomorrow is going to be our final stream for Total Chaos. I'm pretty sure we're going to be beating that game, which means next week we should be starting a brand new game. So look forward to that, guys. And yeah. And then obviously this Saturday is Saturday Night Hypnosis. So make sure you guys have your notifications on and all that good stuff. I appreciate that. What the fuck? Oh shit, look at this super chat. Hold on. It's not coming up on my StreamYards. I don't know why. Why is it not coming up? He says for 100, Iran is in the internet blackout and people are being massacred. Please be their voice. Thank you so much. Love your content. I appreciate that, man, but I can't be the voice of an entire country. But I appreciate the dono. Thank you so much. I hope that's not true. If that's what's happening. Very sad. Tiger King says notifications do nothing, dude. I mean, again, at this point, I can only keep telling people. I know they have like notifications all and everything like that, and most people don't use it. But it is what it is, bro. It's January. Every single YouTube channel, it's the same thing last year. Every YouTube channel goes to shit in January. For some reason the algorithm takes a shit, or people are just not watching. That's really what it is. People are back to work, whatever they may be. So we just gotta grind it out. That's all it is. Unfortunately, it's probably happening. That's sad. If that's true. And that super chat did not show up on my StreamYards, which is even more interesting. I don't know why that is. So anyway, all right, we are at tier 1, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for helping us hit that. We hit that. This is 539 tier 1s in a row. One of the most legendary streaks on YouTube ever seen. I appreciate that. We're still working our way to tier 2, but that's okay. We have a legendary waifu battle that is going to take place tonight. So let's have fun. Let's do that. And if you're not going to watch the waifu battle, I appreciate you. Thank you for staying while you were here. Hope you had fun. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, that's weird. Why was I muted? Weird. That's weird. I was trying to read Capcom. I'm sorry. I was trying to read Gray the Merchant super chat. My bad. Gray the Merchant for $1 really quick says Capcom want to suck our massive stock. Booty Adam says boo. Yes. Hashtag RE is fun. Gray. Hashtag RE's shills shut up. Hashtag RE is dead. Motherfuckers. Nice. Very nice. I appreciate that. I was going to say that now that I know about the ambassador program, I got to be honest with you, I'm not going to be able to look at X the same. I'm going to be looking at all these Capcom comments, and I'm going to be like, are you using the hashtag? You motherfucker. All right, boys, let's go over the rules of engagement. But before we do that, we got to bring out the champion, man. So we crowned the champion yesterday, and it is none other than Nami from One Piece, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. She dethroned Akino after just one win, as expected, like always. So let's get into the waifu battle and go over the rules. Rule number 1, all super chats into the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu. But the only way that it is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu that you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Nami, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It does not matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I will do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? Let's be real. We don't understand any rules. All right, boys, listen. Today's challenger is going to be a different one. A little bit of a different one. She hasn't been in the waifu battle for a really long time. And I just got, because I was going to play some Marvel Cosmic Invasions. And it just made me think of this character. I don't know why, I just did. So let's bring her out and see if she could take out Nami. Or will she get felted into oblivion? All right, boys. The challenger that is going to go up against good old Nami is going to be none other than the one and the only Psylocke, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Nami or is it going to be Psylocke, who hasn't been in the waifu battle for quite some time? Let's find out what it's going to be. Let's find out. Holy shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. What a fucking start. Hold on. Whoa. Normally this waits to the end. Wow. Blackguard said, fuck the One Piece fans. Whoa. Wow. No, I'm like legit shocked right now. Holy shit, dude. Is that tier 2? No, we're about 100 away, but goddamn. Blackguard, $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger for Psylocke. No questions asked. He's bricked. He's bricked. Torinol for a 10 over on Rumble for Nami. He says, I choose Nami. You didn't put the name first, Torinol. Doesn't count. Gray the Merchant for $1. Nami, might as well. Also, the GPU situation is felting anyone pursuing for the 5060 and 5070 Ti series. I might as well get one on a payment plan. Pray for me, for my wife not killing me. Come on, Gray, you got this shit, man. You got this shit. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 for Psylocke. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Ali Kusanagi with a 10 banger for Psylocke. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Legendary. Holy shit. I cannot believe the love that is happening right now. Where's all the One Piece fans? Where's the Nami fans? What's going on here? For Psylocke. Damn. Damn. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Shout out to Jason Long with the 5. It's a nice pick. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Anybody seen Dr. Spike? Might want to do a wellness check. I think Dr. Spike might be taking a little bit of a break. Who knows? Haven't seen him. But we'll be here whenever he comes back. So that's how it's going to go. They probably be sleeping. Probably. But hey, if the big hitters are hanging out, then that means that more opportunities for people to try to sway the waifu battle. I mean, look at what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a crazy battle, by the way. Do you remember how close it was? It was very close yesterday. Jason Long with a 5 for Psylocke. Damn, bro. Nami. That's it? We're done? We're done with Nami? Nami's getting felted? Dragon with a 5 for Psylocke. Screw the other X-Men. Damn. Holy shit. BioT with a 5. Raven. DC. Twin Titans. Teen Titans. How has she and Starfire never been in? I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. Might have to look into why that is. Blackguard says a $3.26 difference yesterday. So close. It was so close yesterday. Nami is currently up to potentially being banned. Fallen Angel with a 250. Nami to help make sure she doesn't get banned. There you go. There you go. Shout out to Fallen Angel. Thank you for the 250. I appreciate that. All right, boys. It's time to bring out the current waifu battle champion. She is getting wrecked right now. None other than Nami. Let's go. Who is going to win? Is it going to be Psylocke or is it going to be Nami? Who is going to win? A kicking down. It's 4-2 Psylocke. I like Olivia Munn Psylocke. Fair. Hades with a $6.99 for Nami. Very nice. Nami needs a lot of help right now. She needs a lot of help. Otherwise, it's not looking good. It's actually looking really bad. It's looking really bad. It's crazy, man. You haven't seen Sonya either? Now you're spooked? Oh, shit. Yo, oh my God, another one. He frick. He frick. Blackguard is not fucking around, boys. Holy shit, Blackguard is not fucking around. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is tier 2 for the 230th stream in a row. Unbelievable. Blackguard with a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger for Psylocke is crazy. Nami felt it, bro. It's bad. It's bad. This is so bad. Midnight Mike with a 10 says, Psylocke, I love my redheads, but damn, Psylocke is a legend amongst the X-Men. Definitely is. Definitely is. Holy shit. Thank you, Midnight Mike. That's crazy. Love that hard commit. Yeah, it's definitely a hard commit for sure. Yeah, I think he did vote for Nami. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a super fan of Nami. Just maybe means he liked Nami more than the other character at the time. You know? So. Damn, bro. Speedy Cake with a 10, preempting tomorrow's waifu battle. By voting for Frieren, she better be there in honor of the next season starting. Bro, the next season has already started. Oh, you're talking about the show. Okay, I thought you were talking about Hypnocast. I'm like, our season already started. I'll think about it. Twisted Bastard with a 5, Nami to avoid the ban. Nice job, Twisted Bastard, for saving Nami. Good job, dude. Appreciate that. BioT Wolf with a 2. IO from Code Vein Hurt 2. What the fuck? There's got to be reasons for it. You got to think about those reasons. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Nami, even if she isn't my favorite One Piece girl, her 6X tangerines deserve a round of applause. Nice one. Nice one. Appreciate that. That's funny. Teacher Craddock says, I think that did it. Yeah, no. Nami is out of ban territory, but she is absolutely in about to lose territory. Bad. But we'll see if anybody's going to fight for One Piece. I don't know. It's not looking good, though. It's not looking good. But anything could happen. So we'll see. She's about to come off the screen right now. Here we go. Here we go. Hypno needs to hit the ringer with Uncursed Midna as a surprise challenger, bro. All right, Nami's coming off screen. It is now time for the final countdown. Is this going to be it? That's it? That's it? Infernal Hell Knight says, after 11 in a row streak, we are now going to get a bunch of one and dones. Well, that's what happens when like there's not a lot of big hitters, although Blackguard is going crazy. Because then it starts to fluctuate a lot, which sometimes is a good thing. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go! Wrong one. Wow.
The Waifu Battle belt is mine!
What pure fucking destruction, bro. The final super chat that is going to count is our cuz with a $30 banger. It says, Psylocke, originally Elizabeth Braddock, later became Psylocke after going through the Siege Perilous, a great X-Men comic book run. Shout out to the absolute legend, our cuz, for the $30 banger, throwing in that extra bit of just overkill. What completes an utter overkill. Wow. It did get us a tier 2, though, which I'm very thankful for. So shout out to you guys. In the meantime, Blackguard, what clips do you want, my man? Blackguard with the Red Boys for the stream. 2 of them, by the way. What are we looking at, man? Let me know. Let me know. In the meantime, feed the ducks. Feed the ducks. 20 isn't much of a chair shot, but he did 30 though. 30 is a chair shot. 30 goes a long way, man. 30 is a pretty big super chat, dude. That's $30. Hey, yo, Blackguard said Latinos. Hold on. Wait. Time out. Blackguard said Latinos.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You meant Latinas, right? Please tell me you meant Latinas, right? Otherwise, I'm going to need an immediate pause on that, my guy. I'm going to need like the fastest pause that you could possibly come up with. Because you said you must got the wrong stream, bro. I don't know. That is crazy. Now, to be fair to Blackguard, okay? I'm trying to be fair. Latinos could mean both male and female if you are addressing people in general. But I got to say, I don't think that's what he was going for. It's pretty gay. He said, yeah, I meant Latinos. I fucked it up. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. All right, I'm gonna give you the regular Latina clip and the goth one. Is that good? If not, let me know. But I'm gonna play the regular one in the meantime. Here we go.
Okay, everyone, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in. All right, boys, we have another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to Blackguard. Insane support. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Absolutely legendary. And let's go over the numbers. I think T-Jab had posted them. Pretty sure. Look at this. Super psychotic for a 2. One Blackguard to stop being gay. You gotta fuck for it. How is that becoming lore here, bro? Like, again, I don't have the clip. I don't have the song. That's a new Blackstreet thing. It's not lore here, man. All right, the numbers are in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. Nami at $18.53. Wow. Against Psylocke at $260.14. Which means that the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Psylocke, ladies and gentlemen. God, jeez, dude. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. I don't think there's much coping and seething happening right now, I gotta be honest with you, but we play it anyway.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Psylocke is going to go backstage. She will face off against another Waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Never miss it. Do not miss it. We had a big turnout today. A lot of people showed up today. We had over 500 some odd people watching on just YouTube alone, and about almost 40 people watching on Rumble. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Almost 600 watching together. Let me make sure we are fully caught up before anything. I believe we are. I just want to check Rumble, make sure. Yes, we are fully caught up. All right, guys, it's time to go exit stage right. But thank you guys so much for all the insane support today. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships, whatever. I appreciate it. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. Stay to the end for the raid, and I will see all of you on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it we eat and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right! At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.